even harder for me to know if anybody at all is out there. All right,
for me to know
just to scare away anybody who's just listens to everything, I'm just going to take a scare sip of water, and then I promise I will never do this again because it's disgusting when people drink water. I will never do this again because it's disgusting when people drink water. I will never do this again because it's disgusting when people drink water. I will never do this again because it's disgusting when people drink water. I will never. There, I muted it so you wouldn't even have to hear the disgusting noise. Okay, muted it so you wouldn't even have to hear the disgusting noise. This is the deal. Okay, muted. Welcome to Code Therapy. Is the deal. Okay. Code Therapy is traditionally my therapy. Code Therapy is kind of a stressful job at the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and so I like to chill by programming. And last year, I think it was, I had a very carefully set up thing where I was messing around with functional programming language. It was actually sort of structured, and I would do a little bit of coding each day on this program I was writing. This is not the same as that. This is going to be a little bit meta. What I'm going to do in this code therapy, which is part of my New Year's resolution to chill more and stream more, is that I'm actually going to set up a dedicated laptop to streaming and home development. Because previously I only have one laptop. I had one laptop, and it was half a work laptop. I had my stuff, and another New Year's resolution is I'm trying to separate my life. Another New Year's work life, which is awesome. I work with some amazing people. But then I have a boundary, and then I have my home life, and then my home life is, and then I have my home life. Amongst many things is you, and streaming and doing many things fun coding things and just generally exploring technology rather than just generally exploring technology like 100% activism. So that's what I'm going to do here. It's not going to prohibit me from chatting. If you want to chat about EFFE things, then please do. I am totally down with that. Please do. I am totally down. But mostly what I'm trying to do in this bit is actually set up a laptop that I can stream on, and I'm going to bring in my utilities and craft that I've built up over like 20 years of using them, and I can use this as a way of recording that, and I think you guys might enjoy seeing. So my first question is, can you even hear what I'm saying? So I see that my first question audio is doing something. So I see that my first question audio is doing something. There, that's probably better, right? I can't tell because I'm not on any of the chats. I am on the Discord channel, so maybe the first thing I should do is put up the Discord channel on this screen. That shouldn't happen. All right, send you over there, and now we have hopefully, somewhat mangled. I'm setting up, setting up a new laptop. Watch as I add vim settings and really tweak my Gallium OS Chrome top. Streaming dev. Focus that way. Okay. In my Discord, which is, hopefully I've got that invite. I might have to copy it literally. Oops. GMN. This is fun. You're listening to me read out exactly what I'm writing on the screen. So what could be more fascinating? But I think that's all we need for that kind of stuff. Let me keep my phone set up so that I can listen in to the Discord. I'm sorry if I'm missing you on a million other chat channels. I will try as part of this whole process to link all the chat channels together like I used to have them linked. My phone is running out of battery, so I should fix that. So we'll do it. Yeah, okay. Very close to me. Oh, I know what I can do. So I was, I sent Tim Bolt, who is working on a Linux iShell. Hi, Tim, if you're listening. He's working on this brilliant emulation, low-level emulation, or even emulation. It's like, well, anyway, it's Linux on iOS, and it's pretty amazing. So I sent him a note. He's also live streaming it. He's underlined T-Bolt. If I would put it in the chat if I knew where the chat was, but he's great. And his stream is very much him just like desperately trying to wrangle with things, and I still find that kind of fascinating. All right, so I'm on this Discord. I'm just going to check the Twitch channels to see, make sure that no one's there. I'm sure no one's listening, but you know, it's always fun to someone's actually there. Oh, we have 2 viewers. Hi on Twitch. I'm so sorry. Let me just say hi. Ever heard of Agda? I have heard of Agda. I actually spent some time with Idris. And Idris, I guess, is kind of in the same space as Agda. I don't know whether you'd agree with me, but there's a fantastic book connected to Idris, which is called Type-Driven Development. And it really like sneaks you into dependent types and sneaks you into writing proofs. And that's what helped me understand how to do that more than Agda, which just seemed a little bit intimidating. So that is my experience of Agda. Really nice to have you here. Oh no, what? I'm gonna. Hold on, I'm getting my own voice back in the. There we go. Okay. All right. So I got my chat. Maybe I've got my Discord peeps. Peeps. Gonna be here. Why are you interested in Agda? I'm kind of curious. You can't say anything to me. I'm not listening to you, but I will be. I will turn to the chat channel in a little bit. Oh, thank you for listening to my slightly irrelevant discussion. Stream. Why can't I go to? Here we go. All right. I'm now going to connect to voice on Discord. Now, yeah. Excellent. I'm also on the chat. All right. So I have some clumsy way of seeing people on the chat, on Discord, not yet on IRC, but IRC is coming. Okay. Oh, artificial AGI. Yeah. So that's a really interesting question. So, you know why that's interesting to me? Because I've just been spending a whole bunch of time playing around with Common Lisp. And Common Lisp was the language of the previous AI boom in the 80s. And I mean, I wasn't around for it. I'm not that old, but um, it was super interesting to sort of like look at how they were thinking about they would solve artificial intelligence by using a very uh, fundamentally based language with a lot of room for like playing around with ideas. Hello. And they settled on Lisp. These days, I feel like it's not really the languages that are determining the AI development. A lot of it's to do with just techniques like deep learning. And so the advantage has not really been the languages to express these things, but the GPUs and the processing time and the amount of data that can be used and the effectiveness of a few of these algorithms. Which is weird, right? Because you would think that languages would be important in that, but it turns out that while some of the old school AI people are still doing lists, like Peter Norvig, a lot of people are just crunching stuff in Python and being totally happy with that. Um, so I'm not sure. The weird thing with like Haskell and Agda and things like that is that they they don't really have kind of the libraries for AI stuff. But what they do have, and I think they probably have in common with AGI, is I really feel like Haskell and Agda and Idris, and don't know why you should trust me, but this is what I feel. Um, they're dealing with like some fundamental concepts that are at the root of actually how we think about process, right? They either reflect something profound about the world or they reflect something profound about how human beings think about the world. Um, and of course, both of those things are things that the AGI community um, think about a lot, right? Because they're either believe that consciousness and intelligence requires some really profound understanding of the universe, or it should reflect something profound about what we understand about human intelligence. Um, but what I haven't seen is sort of some amazing synthesis that brings those two things together. Um, oh, do I have a link? Yeah, there should be a link right at the bottom of the screen. Oh, except look, my giant face is over it. Hold on. You're just gonna see the. How can I do this? Here we go. Let me shrink my head. Shrink my head to the size of an ape. Crushing my head. There we go. And then when I go back, maybe you can see the Twitch, the Discord link. Maybe. Oh yeah, right. So I actually haven't been learning machine learning, although I really want to. And but my job sort of requires me to kind of take a top level view of it, so I kind of know enough to fake things. But I haven't actually done any machine learning stuff. I feel like my wife over there has done more stuff on Python and data crunching than I have. Okay, all right. So let's set up this thing. All right. So right now, as you can see, I am um, I'm on Lifeboat, which is my laptop, and you see me streaming onto that. Now, what I want to do is to move over to this, which is a Chromebook. It's sort of fast enough to do streaming, at least if I'm just doing development work. And my second level thing that I really kind of want to do is develop a system for setting up a laptop that I'm comfortable um, with all the settings and the Z shell settings and things like that. So, and I wrote some scripts back in a previous life to, yeah, I know the history. I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep getting distracted. Peter Norvig, I think, is the person who is like the link between those two worlds, because the AI history in the 80s, it's fascinating, and it's really the core of hacker culture too. I saw a link on Metafilter today pointing to the original jargon dictionary, and I've just started watching the video lectures of Sussman and what's his name, for structure and, is it structure and interpretation of computer programs, SICP. They have them on YouTube, and they're from 1986, and that's really at the heart of the hacker MIT AI lab kind of community, the community that had the folks who built Scheme, but also had Richard Stallman, and a bunch of other kind of fairly pivotal figures. And they were all working on AI, and that AI ambition kind of crashed and burned in the 80s. They just reached the limits of it, and also the military, the US military, stopped giving quite as much funding to it. So all of this, and it sort of coincided with the explosion and the adoption of the IBM PC and Microsoft, and the commercial use of microcomputers. So we sort of went for a world where Lisp and Lisp machines and this very high-level theoretical approach to computers in some way got kind of overtaken by this, well, there's just a bunch of stuff we can do with them now. Yeah, so let me see if I can dig up a link to it, actually. Box. Yeah, you might actually be able to see me typing this. I'm not sure I remember how I set up this video, but put a link in. I mean, they're ancient. You should understand that part of the reason I'm watching them is because they're sort of just hilariously 90s. But am I logged in? Yes, I am. So I can just put it in here. Yeah. Videos. And that's part of MIT's OpenCourseWare. So, oh, look at that. You still can't see my... How can I fix that? Oh, I know. An idiot. There we go. Ugh. Broaden this out. No, that's not what I want. Oh, I know why I did this. This is because I wanted to have a screen that you couldn't see, that I could like look at passwords and things. It seems extremely high risk, but let's see if I can do something that will